What is up, fellow Protectobots? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Mastermind's creations. Okay, I was about to say Blurry Groove, but no, he's not blurry anymore. He is a beautiful figure. Wow, dude. No real kibble. I mean, yeah, obviously you can see that he turns into a motorcycle, but man, everything is just kind of all built in and compact, and he is part of an all built-in series, meaning they do not need any additional parts to become Defensor. Man, that's a great little lineup right there. And this artwork and the design is done by the mighty Makotron, Raptron 1978, one of my favorite artists out there. And yeah, like I said, everything is built in. And so when you see Defensor right over there, all of the stuff extends from hotspot down, and they have unique ways that they're going to connect. And it's a cool little transformation sequence over here. It's not without its flaws. It's a tremendously nice character. If I had to grade it, I would give it probably like an A plus being A plus being the best, but certainly not without its flaws. And yeah, we're gonna go through all of that today. But no, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. It's a very nice figure. He comes with like everything that's been packaged with him feels really premium. From the instructions, the instructions do abbreviate some steps, and I figured it out only after going through it a couple of times. And he comes with a little nice tech spec and a little collector card and stuff. And as for accessories, he has his blaster. He has the two motorcycle blasters. He also comes with bullhorn for his hand, and a couple of face swaps that are just kind of difficult to do, to be completely honest. So I'm not really going to do them. There's tons of other folks that you can find who have done it, and I'm not one of them. But anyway, let's look at this figure really quick. His face, his neck, and head, it's on a swivel, but to me personally, it's a little bit too high up. But that's the only way that you're going to get this expressive pose. They show you in the instructions that this can actually be depressed. You can raise it. Oh, you can lower. You can lower it down so it sits like that. And I think that's more appropriate, more anthropomorphic. But you can't twist his head anymore due to the little collar things over there. So I think it's cool that they do have this one mode over here. But yeah, like I said, if you want to get expressive, you are going to have to lift his head up. And in terms of transformation, all of it's going to have to collapse anyway. So that doesn't really matter. Another one of the things, so the gun is really interesting. It plugs in by a little like rectangle thing over there, and it's supposed to be able to adhere and have like weapon storage in the vehicle, but I can't figure it out for the life of me. Another area, so there's going to be tons of areas that I think are tremendous and are incredible, which is the majority of the bot. One area that I'm not terribly fond of is how this all works. You see on the inside over here, you can see like the engine bits. And so when you actually transform him, you kind of have to just like pull him out, and they're not really secured here. You see how that's just kind of moving left and right. This one's a little bit tighter, but yeah. And when you undo the arms, like, I don't know, you'll see it. You'll see it. It's just a little bit uncomfortable for me. But I would say the worst part about this figure is where is that piece? I guess I can't really see it right now. There's a part of the engine that has a little nub, and there's a lot of like friction and plastic wear on there, or paint wear on there. And I don't really think that nub was essential, to be honest. I don't think it was required at all. And so those are really it. Those are the things that I dislike about it. Otherwise, dude, it's such a good character. It's so nice. It feels so premium. The way everything moves, the things that are ratcheted are like, they're ratcheted in like, how should I say, like a very sensible way. They're not these chunky, like hard ratchets that only have a few teeth where you can't really manipulate the leg to the way you want. Like, I can tell there's a lot of teeth here, and you can move it back and front very smoothly. And yeah, this doesn't have ratchets, but anything that doesn't, that's on frictions, it just feels really buttery, dude. And the plastic is polished, similar to Make Toys' stuff. And I'm a big fan of that. And you know, after handling this toy, it makes me regret not going in on the Bruticus set, because if this is this nice and that same quality carries over to the Bruticus piece, yeah, I certainly missed out. And that was also like an all-in-one, but it did have an upgrade kit if I recall correctly. Yeah, the hands don't hide inside anywhere. Like, the way the hands hide are actually going to be covered by the back piece, and it's just really so smart. I'm not sure if Makotron designed just the aesthetics or if he designed the engineering as well. Either way, everybody who was involved in this, like, kudos to you. This is just a really, really phenomenal character, other than those bits that I cited earlier. And this cleans up very nice. And over here, the steering wheel area, it actually moves independently. You can't see it too much right now because everything is kind of locked in, but it does move independently of this piece. And these also kind of move up and down. And no, he's very nice. You're going to have all the standard range of motion as you would expect from a masterpiece figure, with a couple of areas just kind of having some like collision problems. But I mean, again, very, very minor. I think I showed this off earlier, but yeah, he has flaps so that his legs can do the back and forth. He has a nice ab crunch. He has a waist spin and everything. And yeah, and like I showed you, the head cannot spin like that in this mode, but he's really, really good. Groove was one of those guys that my brother and we never had as a kid, and I don't know, he just never entered our household. But seeing him now and seeing him in this masterpiece scale kind of makes up for everything. I know his face, the line art, is true to the way like it's supposed to look, but I do. Hey, wait a minute. There's a little bit of paint chipping on his nose. That's too bad. Maybe I bumped into it during transformation and stuff. But yeah, like I know these are supposed to be kind of like police glasses and stuff, but I wish they were a little bit darker so that it could contrast better against the rest of the face, against the bottom part, which is like this humanoid skin tone. But anyway, let's transform him into motorcycle mode and then foot mode. I was gonna say, so I put this quick transformation of him on all platforms, like all meaning like YouTube, Insta, and TikTok. And man, I swear the what is it, the bot that controls like not the algorithm that does the detection and stuff like that, whatever they're seeing in this guy and the transformation, they don't like it. On none of the on all of the platforms, like the performance hasn't been that great. And I think it's a good short, but yeah, whatever they're detecting, it's they don't like it, and I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, let's get on with the transformation. Cool beans. I'm not sure if you need to configure the fists any particular way, but I think this works good enough for me. And we're going to start with the arms. And the arms, you're just going to rock them back like that. And I think that's pretty cool. Nice little compact, convenient mechanism without any type of flaps folding up, something inserting. And also I was going to say, his name is Insertus, which I believe means like uncertainty or something like that, and not really sure why he's named like that, but yeah, whatever. And so after this bit is done, you're going to pull these bits out that lock this in place. But I will say the sheriff star is right there, and it's just a tab and slot mechanism. I am worried that over time that the design on the sheriff star is going to be erased or something, you know, or like the paint's going to be damaged or something. But whatever, dude. That is another problem for another day. I'm obviously doing this without the instructions, but I may get stuck at a certain point. So from here, we are going to pull the arms down, but you can't just like yank it. Like you have to pull, but like, or I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this is all like later. And yeah, this comes out when I have to transform the head. But as you pull this out, you see that lip getting caught up against this. It's actually going to rotate out to give you clearance. But when you don't know that the first time and you're transforming it, it is a little terrifying. Yeah, for real though. And the same thing for this side. As you pull this out, it'll naturally kind of do that. But I just don't like that frictioning on there. And I wish, and you got to make sure to push this back. Otherwise, you won't be able to bring this all the way down. And for the time being, you know what? Let's just kind of rotate the waist around because you got to do that anyway later. And so you're bringing all of that down right now. So yeah, do I see that? There's a little friction nub. Oh, here it is. You see that bit right there? Later on, when this rotates, it's going to lock in place. But I really feel like it doesn't need to be there because the arm's going to lock in place. And all it did was really create an area for paint abrasion. And I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, I don't know why that was done that way. Okay, so from here, we're going to pull out the tire. And you want to make sure that these sections are open because the these bits over here, they're on a hinge. You want them to be open because the head needs clearance. And so you're going to pop this up and make sure that this has the necessary clearance. And you're going to start rotating the head back while bringing this down. It won't like latch anywhere, but this does have like a soft like knuckle thing that will like, I guess it's a latch. It will kind of click into place, and you'll know that you've done it right when this is all flush like that. You do need to get the spacing right, because these bits, which I think are a very, very cool mechanism, will untab and they need to hug the face. If you haven't done it correctly, you won't get this clearance. You won't be able to fully fasten it. And so, yeah, as you can see over here, everything is just kind of very, very space specific. So get this part done first and then get this part. And then over here by the face, you can kind of like close these up if you want, but I don't know. It really doesn't make a difference because no one's really staring underneath this section of the tire. Cool. So we're going to do that. And then from here, we're going to bring these down, which are cool. And you can see the Ocular Max logo over there. And you're going to rotate that bit up, and this is going to come up. But yeah, the arm has to be like that. And this has to be slightly rocked out so that everything can fit in place. But that's a really cool mechanism. But here, this is what I was talking about. Like, it doesn't even like to sit properly into that groove, no pun intended, but look at that. It's nasty, nasty. That little nub doesn't have to be there. And I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect the designers or something, but I'm just asking in a very, very polite way, like what were you guys thinking? Not in a angry, like I'm truly trying to understand, like, what was the purpose of that? I mean, I know it locks it in place, but you don't need a locking mechanism there because these arms are going to be locked up, you know? So just a little perplexed, that's all. Yeah, no disrespect. I really want to emphasize that because especially if Raptron, Makotron was one of the guys who designed this, like, dude, I love that guy's work and I'm a huge fan. And so in no way, shape or form am I trying to disrespect him. Yeah, and all this stuff is just going to kind of like fold in. I think you could do this later, but whatever, you can do it now and then you can see everything coming in place. And then you just kind of scooch that bit up. That's a nice looking little like engine part, you know what I mean? And all the little pipes and stuff, everything is going to align really, really well. And no, it's just a beautiful piece. The legs, yeah, you're going to cinch them together, and they almost kind of do it by themselves as you're manipulating the toy. And we're almost done, actually. So from here, this is really cool. These are the seats of the motorcycle. You're going to want to just pull that up. And then you're going to pull up until this entire section. Oh, wait, you know what? I think I need to, yeah, dislodge that. And then you're going to pull up until this entire section comes up. And the reason why you need to do that is you got to clear this tire. And then you got to bring these inward. You got to slide them inward. And then you can tab them in together. Isn't that cool? Neat. And then this is all going to come down later, but for the time being, we can kind of move this back right now. The legs, these are really fun. Really, really fun. So we're going to bring this up. And while we're doing that, we're just going to flip the feet back and then close this up. It's all nice and flush. And I really like this bright white plastic. It doesn't feel cheap. Like everything feels very, very premium. And dude, it's a really, really nice toy. I mean, I don't know how many times I can keep saying that, but it absolutely is. Okay, so you can see that this is the back section of the motorcycle, right? And so what's going to happen is that the tire is going to start coming down. But before we do that, in this space, this is where the arms are going to adhere. They're gonna swing down. And so we just move this like this, and then you can start tabbing in. Like, isn't that cool, dude? Like how that all came together. And you can just tab the arms into the bottom. And then you can see the pipe work all coming together like that. And make sure these are like this. And then we will close these up. Then you can bring these up and they will just slide. Well, they're supposed to. All right, you know what? Maybe I need to lift this piece up. All right, we'll do that in a second. So we'll make sure that the tire is being pressed down because it does need to clear this area. And maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I brought the arms down in too early because I do see a little bit of collision happening. Yeah, you got to get the tires to kind of clear that. Then you can start tabbing everything in again. It was a lot smoother earlier. Promise. I promise. There we go. It's giving me more problems than it looks. I promise it's not that difficult. I know I keep saying promise. It's not that difficult. It's just I'm just kind of getting in the way of myself. And these will tab in nicely. And now you have the clearance to fold these up. Cool. Love that pipe work over there. Love that, love that, love that, love that. You can adjust this up. Then you can adjust this down. But like, dude, did I do something wrong? Like, why is there this gap over here? Oh, I see. I just need to bring it forward a little bit more. I was about to trip out, dude. Then you just close these up after everything is in place. And you just got to make sure everything is aligned because there's multiple points at which this adheres. But once you get it down, you do that, and you bring this back, and there we go. There we go. Just needed to adjust that. Give it a little squeeze. Oh, fix the handles. That's cool, isn't it? That's cool, right? I don't know how these are supposed to be angled. Not a motorcycle guy. Let's just say it's like that. Beautiful, right? Oh, and these bits. Then we can get the blasters to adhere. You can just slot them in. And that's how the original one had it. All right, awesome. So good, right? So good. And whatever gaps that you're seeing, yeah, it's just because I didn't like fully clean it up, but I promise, I think this looks good already, but I promise it looks even better. I keep saying I promise. It looks better than what I'm doing. And yeah, you can't see that nub thing here too much, but yeah, that is the one eyesore that I have. One other thing I was going to say is I don't know how this connects. Like the picture that I saw is like, I think this was like bent and that was just like plugged in here somehow, but I don't know if this has to be open because there's a little light over here, which makes me feel like, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out and I can't figure it out now. So maybe you can at home, or if you have this figure and you've already done this, let me know. Am I supposed to keep the legs open before I insert the gun? Like, please let me know. Now I can show you leg mode, which is just a hop, step, skip, and a jump away from here. And I do wish I can get this closed, but my alignment is not perfect. There we go. There we go. Okay. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to peel this back, and then we're going to split this. And you know, we had those sliders. It used to be a show, by the way, Sliders with Jerry O'Connell. And the guy who played Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Okay. Oh, I see. I didn't have the tire fully all the way down, because once you do, these can tab in. That's right. My bad. So we'll open this up, and this gas tank, which I hope I can just open with my nails without a spudger. Yes. I think that's the gas tank, right? Or not? Yeah, I don't know. So we have this, and then now that this is open and we've gotten clearance, what we're going to do is, yay, cooperative, thank you so much. That's all going to move over here. Oh, but before we bring this down, see how there's a bunch of like extra tabs and slots? Now these will tab in on the outside, tab in very securely. Now you can bring this all down, then you can rotate this bit if you want, and that'll just sit in there, and that is the reg mode. And my guess is that Defensor's foot and rear calf are going to plug into like this, and probably this area over here too. Yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff going on, and it's going to be very involved, and I'm pretty excited. I am pretty excited to see this guy. And so you can see that we have that mock-up right over there. And yeah, man. So for MMC, for Ocular Max, for the Protectabots, and for TF Safari, wonderful sponsor who sent me this toy. I'm Botbender Orange, and I will catch you another time. I hope this has been fun for you, because this is really fun for me. Anyway, talk to y'all later, okay? From.